Live with reaction from Robinson supporters. Lacey.
Yeah, we're stopped now right in front of the Dane County Safety Building. If I step back out of the way, you can see they're taking a moment for a prayer for Tony Robinson. Before the decision was announced, faith leaders from around the community met. As the decision was announced, everyone was huddled around cell phones watching as the decision came out. They said, well, this is the decision they expected. They're very disappointed that this is the decision. Of course, now friends, family, supporters have gathered in front of the house on Williamson Street, on the 1100 block of Williamson Street, and now we have marched all the way. We're just a couple of blocks away from the Capitol. They plan on marching around the Capitol and then to a church. Family members that spoke earlier said they know that people want to demonstrate and they want to show their frustration, but they're hoping they do it peacefully to remember Tony Robinson.
He will be missed terribly. And there are few words that I can put in to describe my feeling as to how he's being demonized. I would just like everybody to keep in mind that this was a 19-year-old kid whose life was cut short before he was able to fully realize his potential.
And there's only a few people who really know how Andrea Irwin, how Tony Robinson's mother feels right now. One of those people, Maria Hamilton. She is marching along with Andrea right now. I talked to her earlier about how she's giving the Robinson family support.
We speak daily. I talked with her a couple of times this morning to find out what she needed from me, what she wanted me to do, and she just wanted me to be here with her.
And the Young Black and Gifted group is calling for a day of action tomorrow that begins at 9 a.m. Of course, we'll be covering all of it live for you. Reporting live in Madison, Lacey Crisp, today's TMJ4. Yeah, we're not showing you the protesters right now. They're holding signs with vulgar language. But I can tell you earlier in the day, police warned protesters they needed to have the streets cleared by 3 o'clock. Then shortly after 3 o'clock, police came out and they said move or they would start arresting people. One by one, police surrounded protesters at the corner of Doty and Carroll in front of the Dane County Safety Building and arrested them.
Black Lives Matter!
Earlier in the day, police gave protesters a 3 o'clock deadline to leave the intersection. Just after 3 o'clock, police ordered everyone out of the streets or they would be removed. That's when the arrests began.
You're gonna leave the street? You're under arrest.
I spoke with Madison Police Chief Michael Colville before the arrest. He told me he understands the need to protest and march and hoped it continued to be peaceful.
I think there's something to be gained in terms of people having this need to be cathartic about the frustration, the disappointment, or the anger they're feeling.
Colville added he knows it will be a process for the department and the community to rebuild a trusting relationship.
Now we have to redouble our efforts, as if we weren't already trying, to try to regain and restore some measure of reconciliation with those who feel disenfranchised with how this shooting has led to this outcome.
And more than 25 were arrested this afternoon. Most will face a city fine of obstructing the roadway. One man, however, was arrested for having a rock in his hand. He will be facing additional charges. Reporting live in Madison, Lacey Crisp, today's TMJ4.